What's up, guys? It is K Central here, and hey, how are you guys feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling great? Yeah, because I'm back. Hi, I'm back after another fucking break. I've been gone for a month, I think, now. And of course, like always, there's various reasons for why I was gone. There was a lot of more important reasons this time, though, because I was busy as fuck, doing this musical thing that I do at my school, because our school holds musicals every year, and I'm part of it. And it's a grade, so I kind of had to put YouTube on the wayside and mainly focus on that. So that's why I've been gone for so long, if you're wondering, and there's other reasons too, which I won't get into. But yeah, I'm back now. I know I missed a shit ton of stuff. Probably will go over it sooner or later on my opinions on it. But hey, I'm back, and I'm here to talk about some more Kingdom Hearts shit. You know what I mean? I will also be taking another little break here soon as well, because on Saturday I will be leaving for a school trip to New York City, so that's going to take up a lot of my time. And right when 2.5 1.5 gets released on PS4, which sucks. But I'm not that disappointed in it, because it is a re-release of a re-release, so not going to be that huge of a deal, to be honest. But hey, I'm back. Let's make a video on some Kingdom Hearts shit. And today, for you guys, I'm going to be talking about the topic that every single person has brought up over the past couple days, because it is a big fucking deal for us. And that is that Kingdom Hearts Winter News, Kingdom Hearts 3 Winter News. Yeah. What the fuck happened to that? So, winter officially ended on March 20th this year. And there was no news about Kingdom Hearts 3. There was nothing. There was some. We got like 2 little screenshots and a little bit of information at that magic event that we got. Just a little piece of information, but no huge news blowouts that they were promising back at E3 last year. So yeah, another letdown regarding this game. Gotta get used to it by now. So, what the fuck happened between there and now that made Square Enix abandon that whole Kingdom Hearts 3 or event, whatever they were gonna do with it, however they were gonna do it, Kingdom Hearts 3 news blowout? Well, of course, as you can probably all infer, Final Fantasy 15 happened. Final Fantasy 15 delay changed everything, because everything up until September of last year was on schedule, you know? Final Fantasy 15 was supposed to come out on September 30th, if I remember correctly. And Kingdom Hearts 2.8 was to come out to December. And I don't know what they were doing with the whole 1.5, 2.5 thing at that point. Who knows if they were even working on it then. But yeah, everything was on schedule until Tabata just decided to pull the plug like 3 weeks before the game was supposed to be released, because there were still a lot of bugs in the game that needed to be fixed, so he delayed the game to November 30th of that year. And everything got shifted, changed, everything. 2.8 got delayed to January, of course, because really you don't want to compete with Final Fantasy 15 if that was coming out like 2 or 3 weeks before whenever 2.8 was supposed to come out. And of course they wanted to get the game finished, so I think they shifted a little bit of resources over from the Kingdom Hearts team to get over to the Final Fantasy 15 team to finish that game up. And everything in their schedule just like changed, arranged, all that stuff. So I think, of course, the Winter News that they were planning, whatever they're going to do with it, was obviously shifted around in some way or just outright canceled, because we still don't know if they're going to do whatever they were going to do just at a later date. That could be revealed sometime here in the next coming weeks or maybe months. But for right now, it just seems like they just canceled that whole thing. And people are pissed off right now. I mean, they're fucking livid that this is happening. Everyone's making videos on it. Everyone's mad. Everyone is wondering, why did they do this to us? Why did they have to tease us yet again? And the community is just kind of overall disappointed, like always with this game, because of course, like I said before, it's something you gotta get used to. But of course, you came here to see my thoughts on it, and I think overall I'm disappointed, of course, like everyone else is, because they did promise us something and they did deny us yet again. But I'm not as disappointed as I could have been, because I know what happened, I know the circumstances, and I could just infer that this probably wasn't going to happen. I don't exactly remember what I said in my video last month talking about it, because I think I was one of the first people to point out that, hey, this thing wasn't coming yet. And I don't exactly remember what I said, but I did have that feeling in the back of my mind, like, this thing ain't gonna happen, what am I doing? But you know, I just had that gut feeling that this shit probably wasn't gonna happen, and unfortunately, that gut feeling turned out to be right. So, I'm sad that we don't get anything, but I'm not as disappointed as I could be. But I see a lot of people blaming fans for their ultimate disappointment because, oh, you should have known what was going on. Which I think is a bullshit argument, to be honest. Because I think the big problem here with this whole situation is that Square Enix never clarified anything. They never said, oh, we're just delaying the news to a certain point. They never commented on it. They never said anything about it. And it was just abandoned, pulled under the rug. Nothing to be said about it. So people were salivating at the lips for this thing, still hoping that there was going to be something coming out of this, and Square Enix never said anything about it. So communication on the basic level was why everyone is disappointed in this, because they never communicated what was going on, why it happened, and what was going on with it in the future. So I think that it's not the fans' fault. It could be some of their faults, because maybe they just ignored the facts and just said, oh, it's coming regardless, you know what I mean? But still, never clarifying anything and then blaming fans for not understanding what was going on is, I think, just a bullshit argument altogether. So I think it's both our faults. It's the fans' fault for maybe just ignoring facts, and Square Enix's fault for ignoring the thing altogether. But again, I think we've come to accept it at this point, because I'm not seeing a humongous backlash against this as I've seen with others. Because I think at this point we're getting used to it. We're getting used to the disappointments and the false promises and the yada yada yada. So I think just at this point we're numb to it, which is a bad thing, because if it's happening so much that we're just numb to it, that's not a good sign. But hey, this doesn't necessarily mean that we are 100% out of getting any Kingdom Hearts 3 news anytime soon, because I think they have said in interviews in the past that they want to show more this year. Exactly how much is not specifically said, but, you know, I think it is implied that they do want to show a lot of the game this year. So I would expect something, maybe a news blowout this year, sometime around E3 or Jump Fest, or maybe even D23, because that is this year. So we could get something there, because we got the Big Hero 6 announcement last time. So make sure to keep your eyes out for those events, because those are the most likely places we'll get Kingdom Hearts 3 information anytime soon. Or maybe even at the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra events that they're having around the world right now. Maybe they could talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 there in some capacity in the next coming weeks. So just make sure to keep your eyes peeled, you know, because this stuff comes out at random intervals. You never really know when it's going to come out. Like that whole Kingdom Hearts Union X thing, the name change for Unchained Key, that was out of the blue. No one really expected to see that coming when it happened. So just make sure to keep your eyes peeled. Look at all the Kingdom Hearts websites. Subscribe to me if you want to keep up with Kingdom Hearts news, because I will probably make sure to keep up now, because I'm off of that little break. So just make sure to keep your eyes peeled, okay? Because I think there could be some interesting stuff coming in the future if they are planning something. So that's all I want to talk about with you guys today. It is disappointing that we don't get to get something, but I'm not as disappointed as I could be, because I know what's going on with it, but blaming the fans for it is bullshit, okay? So yeah, make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion on this. What do you think about the Kingdom Hearts 3 news, or lack of it? Do you think it's bullshit that they didn't do it? Are you disappointed, or are you just okay with it? Are you numb to it at this point, like a lot of people? And do you think they could be revealing some information soon, since everything just got pushed back a little bit? Do you think they just delayed the news to sometime this spring? Make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video, because that'd be really awesome if you did. This has been K Central, and I will see you guys later, whenever that will be. So yeah, bye!